We all work hard to get critical meetings that we think are going to move the needle on our businesses. And I always, when I get those meetings, I start thinking, what can I do to make sure that those are a win? And clearly having a good product and a good story to sell and a good agenda, that's important, and I'm not going to talk about that today. What I'm going to talk about is building the right chemistry with the people on the other side of the table to really make this kind of the right environment to win. And one of the things I always start with is researching. Like, who are those people around the table? And I normally know one person who set up the meeting and they have 3 or 4 other people. So I go back and start researching who those people are. I always ask, by the way, who's going to be at the meeting? So I can find out, I'm not surprised by who's there. You can go to places like LinkedIn or Google and start building out information around those participants. And what are you looking for, right? So when that research, what should you look for? And I look for commonalities, right? Because we're looking for connections. We have business discussions, which is our agenda, but also I'm looking for personal connections so they can feel like we actually have something in common, which I think is the basis of rapport. So look for, did we work at similar companies? Did we have common school? Maybe went to college, or the same college or the graduate school together, or maybe they claim that they're a windboarder and so am I. So use that research to think about what does that group across the table have in common with you, so you can, once again, use it as an icebreaker in the meeting. So once you have that information, how do you integrate it to your meeting? So let me tell you a few suggestions for that. One is when the introductions are going on, I like to see just a few pieces of information to kind of disarm them, get them relaxed. Oh yeah, great, I saw that you went to Harvard Business School, and so did I. What year were you? That's great. And once again, the goal is not to just randomly drop things in, but think where it's appropriate to start establishing that rapport. I think as this conversation goes along, I also like to weave those things into relevant specific parts of the agenda. So if we're talking about something technical and they're asking about, how did you figure out the supply chain question, I can talk about when I worked at, let's say, Booz Allen, and I actually know that one of the people at the table worked at Booz Allen. I'm not announcing that. I'm saying, oh, well, when I worked at Booz Allen, I solved this problem. Light goes off. Literally, you can see it in their eyes that they made that connection. So think about how that research gets subtly incorporated into your meeting. I say the not to on this one is avoid carpet bombing, right? Okay, oh yeah, I went to here and I know this person. Do you know this person? So that becomes really annoying because the point of the meeting is to work through the agenda. The point of this is to kind of provide a little bit of the, I'll call it, the social lubricant to make sure the meeting is, people are at ease and they have a sense of trust. So doing good prep work and understanding a lot about the other table, or the other people at the table is important, and delicately weaving it in will really make a big difference in how successful these meetings are.